entering a new decade as the world's leader in motorsports coverage presents Speed World. Drivers, to your cars.
Jabroni. Jabroni.
Jabroni Cup fever. Catch it. Woo! Hell yeah!
All right, Jabroni Cup action coming right back at you. This is Chet McGurk Tad Lowdermilk taking a little bit of break. In that case of the sniffles, just going to rest and observe and enjoy the theatrics as we're on race 22 up here at Richmond under the lights tonight. Points leader still Justin Parks. You can see our qualifiers up there on the screen as he is starting fourth on the grid with Daryl Parks in first, Drew Parks in second, Chris Keen in third, and Jacob Parks fourth. You can read the rest. Let's get this thing ready to party. It's a great view of the track and the atmosphere up here at Richmond.
Drivers, start your engines!
They're going to crank it up now. Let's get ready to party, everybody. This is going to be a real interesting one. Short track, a lot of elbows out. We'll see what happens. We're going green already. Not playing around. Let's see if Daryl Parks or Drew Parks gets, or both get a good jump here. Might need to switch views because I imagine we're probably going to see a lot of people stacking up right here off the beginning. Daryl Parks, unorthodox, goes to the outside, but on a short track, is it going to matter as much? Probably so. Look at him getting staggered back there. Brian Driggers and Jacob Parks pushing and shoving. Neither one want to let loose, and that's going to send Brian Driggers down onto the grass. And oh, now we've got some collisions back there. Didn't take long. We could see what started it. Neither one of those guys wanted to give up any ground as Logan Parks looks like he got the worst of that whole exchange. I was going to say, when are we going to get... They've got the caution flag out now. If there's any shenanigans as these guys... Dane Parks and JD bumping and grinding still. A lot of competitive juices flowing out there today. Let's see what the administrators say. Brian Driggers' car not looking very well either after that collision. But poor Brogy. He bore the brunt of what happened in front of him. So let's cycle back around and get to... we'll follow Jacob Parks, because it was the pushing and shoving that led to the crash. Lap 3 of 80, folks. Yeah, Driggers tries to slide down inside. Both guys pushing and shoving. Driggers gets pinned in. Pinned in between Cole Parks and Jacob Parks. Let's just focus on his car. There was the hit. Wow, it didn't really affect the Fatal Fury car, but boy, the Bojangles car with some big issues. That front end came clean off of the biscuit machine. Everybody checking up. Brogy goes low. That'll do it. Miles Parks gets stacked up. You can see some of the other guys passing through there. Just a mishmash of cars bumping and grinding. Getting sensual in there. Alright, let's see what happens. Great look at it, but the Brogy car is just shimmying out there. It's got a bad case of the shimmies. Alright, we're going to try to get caught up to our live feed now. Work our way around up here at Richmond under the lights. Great night for racing. Let's see how many caution laps we do. Maybe not so many tonight, hopefully. There's a crash. Get him out of the way and get the race going again. So Chris Keane in first place. So that's going to be all for Brian Driggers and Logan Parks. So we are on lap 6 of 80. This could be a bloodbath. And another caution flag lap. I'm going to see that inside line form. Guess David Baird gets the spot since he's a lap behind, a lap down. Hopefully that means we're getting ready to go green flag racing here shortly. We've got some good camera angles. Such a small track to see these guys pass right by. We'll follow our race leader, Chris Keane. Gets quite a jump. Lap 8 of 80 and everyone's getting sideways. Justin Parks battling. Audi smacks back up into the... Wow! That was crazy. David Baird. Never know what he's going to do. Surprised everyone held it together. We are 4 wide back there. Never a good idea. Jason Parks riding the lightning as Dane Parks turns him around. Will he survive unscathed? Oh, no, he will not. I believe that was Miles Parks. Catastrophe for Miles Parks. The Avengers car might be alright, but... and another incident. These guys can't even get back around to the start-finish line without touching. A lot of touching going on. It's like prom night back in the day. Everyone's touching everyone else. So we'll go back and take a look, although we happen to be at the right place at the right time to see Jason Parks get turned and just smashed by Miles Parks. So that's going to be at least one more car out before all's said and done. It's a shame. Miles Parks was putting together a nice little run here at the tail end of the season, but after a collision like that, I'd be really surprised to see that car back out on the track. We'll have to see what happened with that second incident too, because I'm going to have to get me a beverage at some point. What? Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Alright, now we're getting ready for the restart. Yep, everyone got stacked up back there. Just a traffic jam with nowhere to go. Dane Parks does not give an inch. Jace gets turned around, back out onto the track. Miles Parks, just was up too high and had nowhere to go. Look at that craziness. Oh boy. Motion sickness warning should have been given out there. See if we can catch that second incident now. Didn't look too bad back there, second go round. Although Jason Brown is not wanting to. Let's see what happened there. Not a very respectful way to try to get through the rest of that lap. Old Brown Eye. Don't think he was very happy with the way things shook out. He could have gone down low, but he's just pushing poor baby Uke around, and Audi decides to get in his business too. They eventually make it through. So now the field certainly has probably shuffled a bit more. Chris Keene, though, is still up front. Try to catch up to our live feed. We're still going to keep going. So we get our stats correct. Well, we'll try to catch up a little bit here in a minute because we're probably going to have some more shenanigans. Keep an eye on David Baird, everybody. He's usually right in the middle of it. Rusty Hughes gets down inside of him. Makes the pass without incident. I'd say that's happened many times tonight. Chris Keene trying to hold off Jacob Parks for the lead. But drifts outside, and that's the, sound like a broken record. Although Justin Parks taking advantage of it. Gonna try to slide back in there. Slide underneath. I believe he's gonna get it done. And he does. And we've got more smoke, so something else happened. Jason Brown already in the pits, so I'm going to assume, Daryl Parks sends Wes. Says, get out of my way, bro. And he moonwalks back onto the track. So we'll take a look at this one, not for as long, so we can get caught back up to our live feed. But we're on lap 16 and certainly have had no shortage of fireworks up here at Richmond. I think Brown was just pitting, taking advantage of the break. So what happened? I don't know. It's getting real hard to keep track of where we are and everything. Let's just look. Oh, you know what? Let's just go up top. Maybe. There we go. And we saw Daryl Parks give Wes a shove after the fact, so David Baird is just dragging Slowing everybody down around him. They cannot be happy with that, and that's probably what led to this thing. Whoa, what was he doing? David Baird. He has not been a driver favorite out there tonight. Let's keep an eye on him. Gets into Mitch. Comes right back down into Stinky B. That's going to cause Spider getting hit by old Mitch. Everyone's getting turned around in that clump of cars. I think right now everybody wants to see Audi just go in the pits and stay there. So we didn't even get a chance when he, during green flag racing, shot up the track and smacked into a few drivers who managed to hold it together. That Audi car is going to have a target on his back the rest of the race. Looks like at this point, but let's get back up to the front of the pack and get caught back up to live. Maybe. Good enough. So right now, Jacob Parks is the race leader. We'll see how long that lasts. Bring our stats up. Miles Parks, Jason Parks, Logan Parks, and Brian Jiggers all out. David Baird a lap down along with Jason Brown. David Baird coming back up to the front of the pack to cause more issues. Let's see what he does this time. Now the rest of the pack pays for his mistakes. Right now, Jacob Parks in that Zardoz car has just got to focus on getting around him, making sure you get a better jump than the Audi's car so you don't get caught up in the wrath. Let's see if he can do it, as we've got to be getting ready to go green here shortly. We're on lap 21 out of 80, so still a ways to go. And he's off. He got successfully around. Oops. Eyes are going to be on David Baird. That was a bold, really risky move to the outside, slowing down the whole top line. It's kind of a free-for-all back there. And David Baird into Rusty Hughes. Chris Skeen always survives. It looked like he... I don't know who was zooming who there between him and teammate Justin Parks. There's Justin Parks just takes out Chris Skeen. That was a dirty move to a teammate who hits Coach Cam. This is not what you want to see if you're a deep fried fan. Words had to have been exchanged between those two drivers on the same team, as that looked pretty cut and dried back there, folks. That was a dirty move. Chris Skeen has got to be unhappy with how that played out, along with everyone else behind him. Oh, little Drew Parks, who was having a great run after finishing, what was it, second last race? Looks like he's going to be done for the evening. JD, that car somehow still swerving back there. JD was coming really fast, like he had revenge in his eyes, but slows down to get on the pit lane. So let's take another look at that one. This is turning into a more of a bloodbath than Pocono was. Just a tap on the rear fender, and another one. Kind of seeing Chris Skeen, and just multiple love taps there. Two drivers on the same team. Not the best move. Skiing up against Chris Everett. But teammate taps that rear end, sends him around. That was a hard hit. We're going to see, and then another one. Chris Skeen had to, good thing we don't have the in-car audio because it had to be laced with expletives, to say the least, as we see. Whole cluster of drivers. David Baird, surprisingly, not the one that instigated this turn of events. Let's watch Daryl Parks, because Cole Parks grinding it out. Daryl Parks gets turned back around, but we saw him give Wes a shove there as they were getting lined back up, it looked like. Must have been after the pitting. So let's get caught back up to our live feed. Park's deciding not to pit. I guess you don't want to give up that track position with everything that's been going on. Try to milk it as long as you can so you don't get caught up in the shenanigans. Let's take a look at our stats. We're on lap 27 out of 80, so we are still early in this race with a lot drivers dropping like flies. Drew Park's done for the day. JD done for the day. Croc's done for the day. But for McCorkles right now, if they can maintain, they've got top 2 positions. Luke Halton in 7th. What are we missing there? Where's Pete Cool? Probably looking around. Oh, he's in 6th. So a good day so far for McCorkles if they can maintain. But there's still a lot of crashes left to go as we watch typical instigator David Baird get back around. Something tells me he relishes the role of being a lap down and isn't even trying to get back on the lead lap. He just wants to bang in traffic. It's just a gut instinct. Don't know. No communication with the drivers tonight. So we'll see what happens as we are on lap 28. So we get ready for the restart. Jacob Parks, Chris Everett, E.J. Lawler, the top 3. Jason Brown starting to get around. He's also a lap down. Well, he should get the restart up front, but I don't know. Nope, he's going into the pits. And we're back. Who's going to risk it? Justin Parks trying to dive down, but got to give Audi a wide berth. Sounded like I heard someone hit the wall. Couldn't see where it came from. Chris Everett going to try to hold on to 2nd with Justin Parks right behind him. Race leader Jacob Parks got a little bit of a cushion. Dane Parks and Luke Halton. Those two have a history. We saw them get into each other a little bit there. Trying to stay down here low to keep an eye on everything going on at the same time. Jason Brown coming back out onto the track. That could cause some issues. No, he's going back into the pits again. I'm not sure what he's doing, but as long as he's happy. Justin Park's going to dive down and get that position from Chris Everett. Hey, there's Jason Brown again. Trying to work our way back through the pack. See McCorkle's drivers, Pete Cool and Spider Alton. Maybe going to work together, maybe not. Rusty Hughes going to try to get around fellow Randolph County, not on the same team, but from the same area, E.J. Lawler. And keep seeing the pace car. Is he getting ready to come out? The lights are on. Who knows what that means at this point? No time to look around. I think we're still under green and okay. Jacob Parks holds on to the lead. Justin Parks right behind him, trying to close that gap. Chris Everett in 3rd. Rusty Hughes, and we've got a caution. Let's quick cycle through to see if we can find out what happened. No idea whatsoever. We're on lap 33, folks. At some point we're going to get halfway through this thing. Don't know when that's going to be. Jason Brown has pitted a few times. Maybe he got damaged again? We have no idea at this point. Just trying to see if there's any shenanigans as we start to stack back up. Another cluster of cars is going to go into the pits. So maybe we find Jason Brown, because it looked like he had some fresh damage, and see if he was involved. Ooh, awfully close. Let's back this thing up and see if we can find out what happened. Nope, something else was going on at that time. The wrong button again, I'm gonna scream. So how did we backed up just a smidge too far? I mean, this is gonna be it right here. Yep. Looked like Stinky may have been trying to get on pit lane, and Mitch just shut the door on that and said, "No, sir." I don't know, that or he just, hard to tell. Either way, Mitch just got into him. Stinky. No one hit him. I am shocked that they threw a caution for that. Jabroni Cup, that's really nothing. Yeah, hard to tell. Still think that Stinky may have been trying to get on the pits. David Baird barely misses the collision. So we'll come back around and see what happens. At this point, I'm going to go get a beverage. Let some of these caution laps play out. All right, back in the booth. No idea what's going on. Let's just see if we can get caught up. So that's Luke Halton in front of the pack, showing in 14th right now. So we're still going to be a bit behind our stats. We'll see what happens. So Stinky B, our current race leader. Not something we've said much this year. Not for long, it looks like. Let's see. I'm going to kick it up into high gear and try to catch back up to live. Jason Brown into the pits again. Rusty Hughes in first. Again, we're going to speed this thing up, try to get caught up to live so our stats match up and we've hit it. Justin Parks in first. Rusty Hughes in second. Slowing down for Spider Halton in 14th. See what happens up here. We're on lap 41.80, so we're just over halfway finally. Now Spider's just not wanting to give access. It's like he knows Kip Kinkler's behind him, but it's Justin Parks in that Duke's Mayonnaise car. Can't hold him off forever, just like Kip Kinkler. It's gonna happen. Take a look at our stats real quick. Wrong button. Let's try to see where everybody is. It's panned out. So it looks like things are settling down a bit in the pack. Justin Parks up front. Rusty Hughes in second. Spider's bumping and grinding up there in 14th. Cole Parks in third. Dane Parks fourth. Chris Everett fifth. Pete Cool sixth. Mitch in seventh. Daryl Parks eighth. Jacob Parks ninth. EJ Lawler 10th. Stinky B 11th. Luke Parks 12th. West 13th. Jason Brown 16th. Heading to the pits again. David Baird 15th. So quite a few drivers out already. But maybe with the pack thinned out, we won't see quite the volume of crashes. Spider's fighting his way back around Rusty as we look rearwards from our race leader, Justin Parks. And Spider's going to come up and challenge him. Let's see if he can get around him. And it looks like he's going to, but he still has a long way to go before he has the day that he wanted to have. Meanwhile, Rusty Hughes sniffing on the inside, but not making the move yet. Take a look from the TV camera now that things have settled down and we don't have to keep an eye on everything going on. Looks like these guys are finally settling in. Rusty Hughes looks like he's going to get around teammate Justin Parks to take the lead. Took some time, but he's done it. Now he's going to be up behind Spider. This could get interesting. See if Spider's going to continue to be a nuisance out there. Look like they almost got together. Wonder if this is going to open the door for anyone else to get close, but Chris Everett's going to benefit back there if he can take advantage of this. Is yet to be seen. The Spider, the fly in the ointment, or the deep fried drivers up front at the moment. Helping out his teammate Chris Everett though, catch up. Maybe a little bit of team strategy, or just Spider being Spider. Lap 53 of 80, so we're starting to finally get some green flag racing. David Baird next on the menu. Not putting up much of a fight, but he is going to slow down Rusty Hughes. Chris Everett's going to dive down inside and pick up that. Ooh, Rusty Hughes thanks David Baird for his participation back there. That is one way to get someone out of your way, but the David Baird Audi's car looks like it's going to be in good enough shape to continue as we keep cycling through and we see Jason Brown making yet another trip to the pits. He just must not be happy with the way that the Skull Bandit car is performing tonight. We'll go back and take a brief look at that as Rusty Hughes had enough of David Baird. sent him to the inside of the track, but not enough damage to the Baird car to end his night. Drifting outside. Noticeably faster, but he just decided to go through Audi instead of around him. At some point, you're going to test the patience out there. Send David Baird headed to the inside. Right into Cole Parks, but a glancing blow. Be interesting to see what happens on the restart. But that's been the story of the night. So let's go ahead and find the race leader. Still Justin Parks. So now we'll see lap 55 of 80. See if anyone takes advantage and pits during this caution. No Brown Eye coming off a pit lane again. So let's pull the stats up there and see what's happened. Luke Halton a lap down, David Baird 2 laps down, Brown Eye 13 laps down. Just keeps coming into the pits. At some point you just got to stay out there. I think his pit crew's got to tell him that. You're not getting back into this thing. Just run some laps. For the love of God. See the race leaders. Justin Parks, Chris Everett, Rusty Hughes, Jacob Parks, Cole Parks, top 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars out of the race, and 3 cars probably not going to be able to work their way back into contention. So 13 on the lead lap. Lap 58 out of 80. Imagine there's still got to be one pit stop left. Meanwhile, let's let me take a look and see if anyone 21.195. Meanwhile, our fastest lap. Good gracious, we are killing NASCAR as Rusty Hughes, his fastest lap was 20 seconds, 20.485. So Rusty Hughes smokes Ward Burton's record here at Richmond. Wow. Impressive stuff. So we'll get back out there. Probably still have another lap or two. Till we get this thing started, we'll see once we see David Baird head to the front of the pack again. Jason Brown headed to the pits again. I don't even understand. He might be hitting some whiskey on those pits. Can't say I'd blame him. Not one bit at all. $58.80. We ought to talk with the Jabroni Cup leadership and see if we can at least get a faster pit lap. If we're going to keep the same number of laps, let's at least speed them up. Speaking of which, we still had... there we go. I didn't realize we were still behind. I guess maybe when I got up. Who knows at this point? That means we're getting ready to go green. Maybe? I don't know what Jason Brown's... Jason Brown's going in the pits again back there. So we're green. We're going to kind of catch back up. I thought we were caught up. Apparently not. Watching Spider on the inside. Ah, wrong button. There we go. We'll watch from up high for a second. Justin Park still in first place for now, but Chris Everett may have just gotten around him along with Rusty Hughes. He's going to complete that pass. Whoa, Chris Everett getting really loose, fishtailing through that turn. And we've got another caution. Can't do anything out here. Maybe he was getting on the brakes. Maybe that's why he lost control so bad. Let's see what happened here. We know it wasn't Jason Brown because he was in the pits, as per the norm. Not even sure where this could have happened for these drivers to have been affected by it. Let's just go real speed and see if we can find out. What happened? Watch this second part of the pack and see. I think by that point the flag was out. Oh, it's up here ahead. Jason Brown doing something. At least that's where the smoke was. Or maybe I mistook that and saw the lights instead of that. I am yet to figure out what caused this caution. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to find the pace car. If I can hit the right button. Rewind it till when we see him coming out. Work our way backwards from there. So we're finally a bit of detective work. We're going to see what happened with Cole Parks. Pete Cool just tapped that rear end. All it took. Slight bang on the wall and he's okay. Again, I don't know why we got a caution for that, but we did. So Cole Parks bounces right back, gets back out there up to speed, and we have another caution. So let's try to get, this time we're going to fast forward this thing and get back up to our live feed with Chris Everett, currently our race leader. 63 out of 80, still a lot of laps left. So tells me we're going to see quite a few more under caution. I don't know how we are this far back. Oh, good. Now, as soon as I say that, we catch back up. Chris Everett, your race leader. See if he can hold on. David Baird once again gets the restart up front. And will end up dropping probably like a rock back into the pack, causing shenanigans wherever he goes. We're going to go ahead and scoot back there. Yep. It's going to cause some impatience. Jacob Parks into the inside of Justin Parks. Getting real close up here. Justin Parks almost into teammate Rusty Hughes' bumper. Rusty Hughes in second. For how long? Jacob Parks trying to get to the inside. He's got him. Chris Everett still holding on the first three wide with three deep fried racers. Gotta hold on and not tap into anybody. Rusty Hughes and Justin Parks getting together look like slight tap, but Dane Parks squeezes around, benefits from that clump of traffic and takes second place. Jacob Parks drifting way outside, and that's going to cause him to give up some spots probably. No, he pulls it back down. Rusty Hughes into Jacob Parks. That sends him into brother Justin Parks. Daryl Parks smacks in, and that Dara's car, I was going to say, didn't look like he got hit hard till the end. That's going to cause probably, maybe not the end of his day mechanically, but realistically going to keep him out of competing. Is trying to get back around. Chris Everett still holding on to that race lead. People diving into pit lane. We have yet another crash on lap 69, fittingly, of this race. Let's keep an eye on the shenanigans as we get stacked back in order. Speaking of stacking, Dane Park stacking stakes in second, EJ Lawler in third, Rusty Hughes in fourth, Pete Cool fifth, Old Mitch in sixth. Spiders worked his way back up to seventh after fighting up there on the front when he was trying to get back on that lead lap. It's paid off. Stinky B in 8th, Justin Parks 9th, Luke in 10th, Wes 11th, David Baird in 15th somehow, Daryl Parks 12th, Jacob Parks 13th, Jason Brown 16th, Cole Parks 14th, working his way back around. We're just going to stay with it. We're not going to rewind again. Lap 70. We're going to finish this thing off. Madness continues. Here at Richmond. Took me a second there. Brain lock. Let's take a look at our stats. See. Battle of attrition. Although the carnage has slightly died down, we've had a lot of minor incidents here in the second half of the race after the first half was an absolute bloodbath. So 71 out of 80. I'm going to guess these guys have enough to finish the race. Enough in the tank. We'll see. All the cautions. Shouldn't have been any problem getting into the pits to get topped off and fresh tires, but we'll see. So we're on 71. Probably another lap before we get the David Baird appearance at the front to get started again. Jason Brown's probably on pit road. I'm not even going to look. Just going to assume that. And we see him going into pit road again. Guess he's getting that ice cream. Oh no, Chris Everett. Oh, that's not a good sign. Starts to smoke. Running under yellow. What a absolute misfortune for that car. He was in the place to be, the front of the pack. You see black smoke coming out from under the hood. That's probably going to be all she wrote for the number 5 Main Street Dry Cleaners car. Hate to see it. It's the name of the game. It's getting that car back around to the pit lane, but certainly doesn't have a chance to win anymore and probably going to end up behind the wall. Can't say we've seen that happen before. At least not while we're following on camera. Disappointing, to say the least, for Chris Everett. It's going to put Dane Parks at the front of the pack with EJ Lawler behind him and Rusty Hughes, Pete Cool back there. So we get ready to hopefully get restarted. Probably still another go around. But we'll keep an eye on what happened with Chris Everett. He had worked his way to the front of the pack, and just like that, it's looking like it's going to be all gone. Valve, yep, he is officially retired. What a shame that his day ended like that. But for Dane Parks, he'll happily be the benefactor of mechanical issues. And there we go. Green flag racing here on lap 74-80. Dane Parks in the driver's seat. It's his race to lose. Gonna go back in the pack since he's kind of driving out there by himself. Pete Cool making some moves, trying to get around Rusty Hughes. Looks like he's got him. Preston Parks looks like he's dueling back there. Gets around Spider. Jason Brown once again heading into the pits. They're just driving on the apron. Maybe that car is having such a bad day they don't even want to be out. Yeah, I think Jason Brown wants to get out of the car, but his crew chief is not going to let him do it. Dane Parks, meanwhile, looks like as long as he doesn't make any mistakes and we stay under green, we're on lap 76. This is his race to lose. Another rookie with an absolute shot to get a win. Cycle back through the field. Are we under? No. I was just slowing down. It looked like we were going under caution, but these guys are just tired of driving. As tired of driving as I am of talking at this point. I'll stay with this pack. See if anybody makes any moves. We're on lap 77 of 80. Rusty Hughes getting inside. Briefly almost 3 wide. AJ Lawler holding on to second place for now. But Rusty Hughes is going to work his way down there in the Silver Bullet, but he doesn't have enough speed to get around him yet. Can he do it in this turn? Nope. AJ Lawler slams the door shut. Check in. Dane Parks has opened up a lead that's insurmountable at this point. Lap 78. We'll stay with this pack right here. Rusty Hughes making another bid to get around AJ Lawler. Can he do it? Getting a little help. Maybe a little help from Pete Cool as he gets around him, but he still hasn't completed the pass. AJ Lawler staying on his hip. But not outside line. There's just nowhere to go. White flag, everybody. Dane Parks going to walk away with this one. Rusty Hughes in second, holding on. Pete Cool looks like he's going to finish in fourth as he gets around AJ Lawler here at the very end of the track. But AJ Lawler going to try one last move. Just can't get enough, and Pete Cool's going to hold him off for third. Jason Brown on the pits again. What a surprise. Coming back out onto the track. Don't know why. Just put that car behind the wall. Have a little bit of self-respect, Brown Eye. Dane Parks going to celebrate a win. How about that, sports fans? So there's your official standings. Dane Parks with the win. Not going to make a difference in the standings, though. Justin Parks still holding on to the point standings lead after 22 races, with Cole Parks up to second place. How about that? He's 119 points behind as he pulls in front of Chris Skeen in third. Pete Cool moves up to fourth. Jason Parks fifth, Rusty Hughes sixth, Luke Halton seventh, Jacob Parks eighth, Miles Parks ninth, and Luke Parks 10th. That's going to do it for us tonight. Jabroni Cup Racing, maybe get some afternoon sessions in depending on the inclement weather tomorrow. But we'll smell you later.